Hey Tudor, great to see you today. How are you finding the event so far?
It's an amazing event. I think it's the biggest event, Big Data London, since I've been here since 2019. I mean, it's one extra hall. It's really, really large, a huge number of vendors, a really big number of startups. And it's amazing what's happening in this big data space and AI and Gen AI and large language models.
Yeah, great. And you just mentioned some of the trends there. What are some of the big trends that we're seeing, and what's leading the discussion at today's event?
It's very cool. This year it's all about Gen AI and large language model mostly, and of course some bigger trends from last years like data governance, data observability, and of course hopefully data privacy, my thing. But imagine the fact that last year we didn't talk almost at all about large language models and Gen AI, but this year it's all about them.
Yeah, it moves so fast, the industry, doesn't it? And obviously, as you mentioned, data privacy, you've actually just finished a talk on privacy by design within data. Why is privacy by design so important?
Especially now in the context of Gen AI and large language models, which are consuming huge amounts of personal data. Privacy by design and by default, I think it's the concept to make sure that your solution is compliant. It has 7 components. It's related to privacy by design, embedding, privacy by default, end-to-end security, visibility and transparency, respect for user privacy, so many pillars. But the idea is that at least you have a cultural way to approach the subject of privacy. You have a roadmap. You need to know what exactly you need to do, and always you need to ask yourself questions and challenge yourself. Am I doing the right thing for the person, for the end customer, for my data subject? Am I respecting his or her privacy? How his or her life might be affected by what am I doing with my solution? This is what actually you need to do. It's a lot of common sense.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, makes sense. And what are some of the barriers that are stopping companies from, implementing these sort of privacy by design strategies?
Companies these days think that the more data that you have, the better you are in control, or you can do more things. I mean, people are thinking that, hey, I can do a lot of things if big names like, big data brokers are doing this, why shouldn't I do the same? And they are keeping the data on their servers and collecting lots and lots and lots and lots of data. In the end, that data is becoming redundant, it's not usable anymore, and even worse, it attracts hackers who are selling that data. And this is why data is at risk these days. I mean, companies are collecting a lot of data about people and doing almost nothing with it. You need to collect the minimum amount of data you need for your purposes. You must not use dark patterns to convince people to give you data. Look at what happened with TikTok, which convinced children to do things they shouldn't have done in the first place. And now they have a big fine, and that's okay. And you actually need to respect your user. You need to respect your customers.
Yeah, makes sense. And as you mentioned, you've been coming to Big Data LDN since 2019. What made you get into the data space in the first place?
So, before joining the entrepreneurial space more than 6 years ago, actually I was in a big corporation for 14 years and a half, and I worked a lot in marketing, so I loved data. Now, going on the other side, I understood how important it is to take care of the data and respect the user privacy. And then I saw this event, Big Data London. In fact, London is the capital of big data worldwide. I mean, don't let people tell you anything else. London is the capital of big data worldwide. It's not in the United States, it's here in London. This is where the architecture of the big data is being envisioned and actually put into production. So I said, I want to join this event. And actually I started discussing with the organizers, and they accepted my presentation year after year after year after year, and it's just growing.
Yeah, 100%, yeah. And one last question for you today, Tudor. If you could give one prediction for the future of data, what would it be and why?
I think it's about respectfully processing of data, or how should I say, understanding that you need to go on a diet when you process personal data. Don't ingest large amounts of personal data. Ingest the right amounts of personal data and respect people. I think this is the future. Respect must be the future.
Thanks for your time today, Tudor. Where can our subscribers go to find you today?
So you can find my articles on EM360 website. I'm an industry expert there. I always put up-to-date content. You'll see some cool things. The last article is about responsible use of AI and when companies don't actually need AI. And you can find me then on LinkedIn, on my website. Just search me on Google, search me on Bing. I'm there.